Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, March 11th. It is 6:23 right now. Market's going to open in about 7 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a couple things here to update, and we should be good to go. Let's think here. And it looks like we're good to go. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. All right. So as people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here on the daily chart. I'm just going to use the blue color now because it's kind of necessary for us to really. Color them red because they're all kind of important to some extent. Let's go over to the 8 hour. I mean, the colors don't really matter as much. All right, down to the 1 hour. Go down to the 30-minute. Down to the 15-minute. Trading's a little laggy today, it looks like. Down to the 10-minute. All right, looks like we are good to go. Let me go down to the 1 minute over here. And it looks solid. All right, so good morning, guys. Today is Monday, March 11th. It is 6:26 right now. Market's going to open in about 4 minutes. I've marked up liquidity over here. Closest level of liquidity above is going to be at 39,075 right here. And then we have a lower level right here at about 39,001. So we got two levels right here for liquidity. Just a heads up, guys, the contracts have rolled over. So if you logged into your trade of eight, it should have told you that it rolled over to June. If you log into your Ninja Trader, I have mine to automatic rollover, so it gave me the warning as well. So if you guys logged into any of your platforms, it should have told you that the volatility is pretty much dead on March. Everyone's moved over to June. So if you guys need help finding that, I posted it in the chat over here. If you go down to the chat, there is a support link right here. Or if you just want to look it up, you can just Google it. You can Google how to roll over a contract on NinjaTrader or how to roll over a contract on TradeOpay. It's pretty simple. You can just type in the symbol or you can just have it automatic rolled over like I do. So we are on June now. All right, other than that, I'm gonna go here to our clean chart. Go over here, 6:30. 8 o'clock. I don't think there's much news today. I'll check the calendar though, but I'm pretty sure there's not really anything going on today. From what I saw last night, here is the 4 hour structure. 4 hour structure. Going down to the 1 hour. All right, so it looks like price is bouncing off the support right here. I know, Cameron, right? Cam said, this no sun yet is throwing me off. I know it's super dark out right now. So this is going to be the 1 hour support level. Looks good. All right, guys, looks good there. Here is our main chart. Let me go to the news calendar. Yeah, so there's not really much going on today. I mean, there was news over here at, let's see. There's news at 7:30, but it's like super low impact. I'm just gonna mark it up anyway so that you guys have an idea of like where that news is at. There's news right there, 7:30. And it looks like we're good to go. All right, guys, so market is about to open right now in a few moments. Looking at this here, there are no double body rejection on either side, so it's not like a breakout V3 will be coming up anytime soon. Looking over here at the pivot scalp, or sorry, not the pivot scalp, PRB, it looks like there may be opportunity here once market opens in the next couple minutes, so the next minute or so. So we'll see what happens here when the market opens. And we'll go from there. Jeff is asking, what time is the market opening today? I mean, it's the same time it always opens. It never changes, 6:30. It's 6:29 right now, so it's going to open in about a minute. Or less than a minute, like in a few seconds. And it looks like we are about to open in about 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Market is now open. I'll go markup opening price over here. All right, so we have the rejection right here off the PRB. So there may be opportunity there for an entry. There's no breakout V3 opportunities yet because there's just no setup for any V1 patterns. Otherwise, we'll see what happens here when the market continues to push through, of course. All right, we got open price right here. All right, so looking at the PRB over here, we do have the wick rejection right there off the structure. You'll be looking for some space now. So we got the first step, wick rejection off the pivots right there. Now you're gonna look for some space consolidation to the side. And once you have that, you'll look for price to come back down, retrace and retest the pivots. So if you're looking for the PRB, first step's complete. Next step, you're looking for space. Then you're gonna look for price to pull back, retrace, and retest the pivots down there. Other than that, let's see. So it looks like one person had an issue with their NinjaTrader. I haven't seen this before, so nothing with me there. It seems like you might have the wrong login on there. Or I don't know, you might want to close it and then reopen it. Looks like Song has it too. That's weird. I haven't seen that error on mine. Yeah, I'm logged in right now. So it looks like Song had the issue, Nikki had the issue. It's like two people had the issue. Yeah, I'm not sure what the issue would be. It's kind of different for me because I'm like have my own license with the NinjaTrader, so I don't know if it's maybe an Apex issue. Might be an Apex issue if that's the case. I'm not sure if anybody else has the same issue, but it sounds like it's a couple of people here in the group. All right, liquidity just blasted through, guys. So if anybody caught liquidity here, there's two levels of liquidity that got hit. This one right here, pre-market, and then another one right here. So two levels of liquidity got hit right here. Nick said that his is working fine too. All right, guys. So looking over here at the PRB, we have a rejection. We have some space up here. Now if price comes back down and retest the pivots, may have an entry there for the PRB. So that's kind of what you're looking for here. So the price push up, retest, consolidate here for a second, come back down, continuation. So that's what you're looking right here for the PRB if it does come back down. There's no breakout V. There's no breakout V3 or at all. There's no patterns here. There's no V1s yet. So give me 1 second, guys. Cough real quick. All right, so looking over here at the BV3, there's no BV3 coming up yet, so we're still looking for that V1 pattern. The PRB here could be setting up, but it's not ready yet. But yeah, that could be the next possibility here. So first opportunity would be the PRB that could be setting up over here. Otherwise, there's not really many entries here because there's a bunch of red flags around this area, and there's just no V1 patterns anywhere. Next level of liquidity right here got hit, but you can see price is a bit overextended. You might want to look for that second touch or even third touch in a case. I mean, it's really up to your guys' preference. If you want to take it or if you want to take it right away, you can as well. The trade is currently running right here on this next level. But for me personally, I think price is a bit overextended for liquidity specifically. Otherwise, if you guys are looking for a PRB, you're already looking for that retracement. So once that retracement comes down, comes back up, then you'll be looking to take that from there. All right, now we're just waiting. So we're just waiting for that V1 pattern. Once we get that V1 pattern, we can start looking for the breakout V3. Otherwise, there's no breakout V3 available just yet. We'll stay focused over here on the PRB, and we'll see what happens there next. Taking a look over here at retail sentiment is currently 75% short. This indicates that 75% of retail traders are currently selling right now. So you typically want to look for buys, especially for the long term. Looking over here at the fundamentals. All right, so CNBC is currently, they just released a breaking news stock fall for a second day. And you can see as they released this, the market just went straight up. So obviously, just want to be careful with any of those news events that come out right now. It's currently neutral with regard to fundamentals. It's currently negative 25. So in order for it to be bullish, it needs to be positive 25. And in order for it to be negative, it would have to be negative 25. Otherwise, looking at this here, there's only one news event at 7:30. It's low impact. It's the New York Fed Treasury purchases from 4.5 years to 7, which is not really going to affect the market very much. And here we go with that retracement that we were looking for, that exactly what we were waiting for, and price is now rejecting off the pivot right here. So if this candle here closes with a nice wick rejection off this first pivot right here, this is going to be an entry for the PRB. I'm not taking this entry here, but if you guys want to take it, I will mark it up for you guys. So we got a huge rejection right there. So there's still more rejection off the pivot. Price kind of actually broke through, and there's no confirmation of rejection, at least not yet. There's no double body, no double wicks. There's no breakout V3s available yet. There's no PRB yet. So still no opportunity here. All right, so no PRB, but it is setting up for a possible buy. There's no double body or double wick here, so there's no possibility of a breakout V3, at least not yet. So it looks like the liquidity like barely hit its TP and it came right back down. As you guys can see right there. So pretty much all the levels of liquidity here got hit. First level down here, second level right here, and the third level up here, of course. All got hit to their TP. Other than that, there's just nothing else here for us to take at the moment. It's a possible 1 hour or 1 minute resistance over here. right, so we got the 1 minute resistance level up here, 1 hour support level right there. There's no double body, double wick yet off any lows. Still no PRB. Vimal, go to the chat over here in the Discord. I posted the link here, or you can just look it up if you want. Shows how to roll over the contract. Super simple. You got to go to your data management, roll it over, and it'll show up on your chart. All right, let's see. Yeah, where it looks like some people are having issues logging into their Apex. It sounds like it might be an Apex issue, not a NinjaTrader issue. All right, so if we get the wick rejection off this candle right here, this is going to be the PRB entry. Again, no wick rejection. It's kind of just going back and forth. So we may get the rejection right here. It's not there yet, though. It's about 15 seconds left on this candle. So this right here is the PRB entry, guys. I'm not in this position, but I'm just marking it up for you guys for whoever wants to take it. This is the PRB currently running right now. I'm looking for the breakout V3, but this is the PRB that's currently running. All criteria is met here. We had a rejection right here. We had space, price came back down, rejection off the pivot right there, and possible continuation back to the upside from here. So this right here is the PRB entry. We'll come back and take a look at this in a little bit. I don't think there's anything else here for us to look at the moment. Well, it's currently at the sessions right now. If we get a V1 pattern up here, this would be ideal. So we want to get a V1 pattern, double wick or double body, and then we want price to push up. If price pushes up, this PRB is going to be in line with the breakout V3. And that's going to be ideal for us because we'll have like a double confluence there for both of the breakouts. So we'll see, but we need to wait for that V1 pattern. V1 pattern still hasn't come up, so we're still waiting for it to come up. Once it does, we'll be able to look for opportunity for entry. So if this candle here closes green, this may set up for a V1 pattern. And that's pretty much what we're looking for here. PRB is still running. It's in some drawdown right now, not in the PRB. But I'm hoping this here closes green, because if this closes green, we'll have this double wick rejection right there, double body rejection, and then possible opportunity here for a breakout V3 for a buy. It's going to go in confluence with the PRB. Yeah, we had daylight savings over here too, Jeff. So we're running on our time, Pacific time. So we're an hour ahead. All right, so we got the double body rejection right there, guys, right here between 640 and 641. Now we're looking for a buy signal and a possible continuation to the upside. So we're looking for a buy signal to come up here. Once we have that buy signal, we're going to look for a possible green candle to follow. Once we have that, there'll be entry here for a possible buy. So PRB is still currently running right now. We're looking for the breakout V3 here to set up. Yeah, it hasn't set up yet, but it is looking like it's going to set up here soon. Thanks, Maddie. So Maddie said there's another breaking news here from CNBC, another negative news event. So hopefully this pushes the correction to the upside from where we're currently at. There goes a PRB pushing up to full TP. Looking for that buy signal. So this is actually pretty solid because we have a space right here for price to come back up and just fill this gap. I don't want it to move up too high. So I want some space here. All right, full TP with the PRB, guys. If you guys caught the PRB, nice work. Now I'm looking for the breakout V3 over here to continue it. Got about 20 seconds left on this candle. I got some time. I typically don't like when stuff like this happens where you start to get structure in both directions. We now have a double body in both directions right here. Looks like price is going to consolidate here a bit, unless we get a nice push to the upside. So we got some consolidation here now. Price can really go in either direction at this point because we're not consolidating and arranging within these two zones. What I'm hoping that we get here is we get a push up on this next candle because then it's going to invalidate this high and this will just no longer be there. Because the problem here is that we now have a high, right? So if we have a high, this can establish a new low. If it establishes a new low, this here is going to be invalidated, right? This is not going to be here anymore. So we'll see what happens here as price continues to, obviously move around. But it looks like it's going into some consolidation here now. We're still looking for a buy though, because the next signal is a buy signal. So we have the V1 pattern here. Until we get a new low, we can still look for a possibility of a buy. It's just going to take a matter of time until it actually comes up. So the volatility here is pretty decent. We have 22 ATR right now. It's not too bad. Oh, God. I was hoping we get that like right away, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna be stuck in this consolidation for a little bit. All right, now we wait. Part of the waiting game now. So back over here to our main chart, you can see price isn't really going anywhere. It's in this big range. So if you look at the clean chart over here, price is pretty much in this big range. Price is attempting to go up higher. It's rejecting directly off the opening price, which is a good sign. I like seeing rejection off structure like that. So price kind of pushed up, retraced down, faked out below the opening price. Now we have another rejection right here, and it's pushing up higher. So once we get that buy signal, it could be nice. So we just need to get that buy signal, and for the most part, I want it to push past this high right here. Because if it pushes past this high, it's just gonna keep climbing up higher and higher, right? So we got about 10 seconds left on this candle. Let's see if this buy signal comes up. Last 5 seconds. All right, no buy signal yet, almost. Yeah, Kenny said BB3 looks nice to the upside because we bounced off the support pre-market. Yeah, I agree. So we have a lot of confluences here. We have the bounce off the support on open, and then also we have the bounce off support right here off the levels. Well, this lower level right here, and also on the clean levels over here too. So support and off opening price. So it looks good for the most part. We just need that buy signal to close. I'm hoping it pushes up on this candle so that this high here will get pretty much pushed out further. Because if we get this pushed out further, then it's, the sky's the limit at that point. It can keep climbing up. And there we go. It's exactly what we were looking for. Price pushed up just like I wanted. I'm just hoping we get this buy signal right here so that we can start looking for a possible entry. Like I don't want any V1 patterns from the top side, of course. But you guys can see the volatility here is starting to die down a little bit. So we still have the buy signal there, guys. So if this candle closes green, this is going to be an entry for the breakout V3. It's an invalid buy signal, but it still fits its criteria with regard to momentum. So we need to wait for this next candle here to close green. If it closes green, then this is going to be the entry. If it doesn't close green, then this is not going to be the entry. So you got to wait for it to actually close. We have a lot of time on this candle here. We have about like 30 seconds. So I would just sit tight. I would just sit tight and wait for opportunity here to come up because we got a lot of time. We got 20 seconds here. I'm probably not going to look at it until like the last 10 seconds. But I'm watching it right here. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to get it here, guys. Just all good. No big deal. Last 10 seconds here. And yeah, no entry. All right, so looks like we're going to be waiting for a while. Yeah, next setup. So now we have to wait for the next double body, double wick. There's a new low here, so this double body is no longer relevant. We need to wait for the next one. There's no double body, no double body. Now we're just waiting. The only entry that's come up today was this PRV entry for full TP. Also, we had liquidity over here that got hit. Pretty much all three levels hit full TP. So 3 levels of liquidity, the PRV. Otherwise, there's nothing else that has come up yet. Yeah, so this low over here is actually still useful. You can get a V1 variation with confluence here if it comes back down. So we already have the V1 here. So if price comes back down and rejects off this point, that could be a V1 variation with confluence. If anybody's looking to take that, right? If anybody's looking for these smaller scalps, there is a possible opportunity there for your next trade. But at this very moment, we're focusing on the breakout V3, and there's just there's no levels here yet. There may be a level right here. So this right here would be a double wick. Looks like we're gonna get it too. So we just gotta wait. There's 40 seconds left on this candle, so it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time right here, 30 seconds. But this candle's a pretty nice green candle, so it's looking like it's gonna close with the double wick right there. Yeah, it looks like price is pretty much consolidating around this area. If we get another break and retest off opening price, that'd be pretty solid. Like price push up, come back, push back up right there. That'd be a nice pattern right there. Because it looks like price faked out again down here. Now it's going to finally make its direction. So that's the key thing when you guys are looking at these trades. You want to look for the fake outs. Like for the most part, you want to anticipate the fake outs rather than anticipate the actual move. Because if you can anticipate the fake outs, you know that the moves can happen after, right? Like you just have to look for those fake outs. So if you look over here, price pretty much consolidated around here on opening price, and it kind of faked out in both directions. Price came below, faked out right here for a sell, faked out right here for a buy, fake out right here for a sell, and now it's following its true direction. So it came back right here, fake out, fake out, fake out, and now it's ready to go up. So waiting for this buy signal here to close. Once this buy signal closes, we'll be looking for opportunity for entry. So buy signal and then green candle after it. Once we get that, we'll be able to start looking for opportunity here. We got about 5 seconds left on this candle. We need that buy signal, but it's not there yet. All right, here we go again. Another try. Here's our clean chart. I mean, it's a messy consolidation area right here. Price is really just consolidating around this area. And like, again, we're getting another double body, which I don't like. It's in the same consolidation. So it's still kind of messing around here, faking out in both directions. Yeah, Maddie said it looks like it's been trying to lure in sellers. I agree. It does look like it. They're trying to lure in sellers into this consolidation right here. So they keep faking out to the downside. I mean, we'll see what happens here. We need that buy signal though. Once the buy signal comes up, we can start looking for opportunity. But like, like I said earlier, there's no news today. So there's no like catalyst really pushing price around. So a lot of this is just natural movement. All right, so we have another double body right here. I don't really like trading in these types of conditions, but I mean, it is what it is. You got to deal with what we got here. Yeah, price is pretty much just consolidating within these two levels. So what I would look out for here, guys, is I would look out for the fake out. I would look out for some sort of fake out here on the bottom and then continuation back up. Okay, so we can't use this low anymore because now there's a new low right here. So I'm going to look for the fake out again. Look for price to fake out down here. Once it fakes out down below this opening price, look for the V1 pattern again, and then a swing back up. But yeah, next setup. So it's got to take this off again. And now we wait. So again, look for the fake out down here. We're not going to get a sell because we have a sell signal here already in place. So I don't really have much to work with. All right, so we got to wait again here because there's a new low. This is now a lower low. So with it being a lower low, this is establishing support right there. So going over to our clean chart, we now have this as the 1 minute support level. Unless it drops further. If it drops further, then it's going to, which it might, looks like it. I'll just leave it alone for now. But this would be considered the 1 minute support because it is a lower low. However, if price does come back lower, or we might get another double wick there. It's looking like it. Yep. So it looks like we might get a double wick there. That's going to be another fake out to the bottom right here. And hopefully on this next push to the upside, it's going to actually push up, right? Because now we have, again, another double wick rejection right there. All right, so let's see if this fake out actually pushes back up. But it's getting tighter and tighter. So you guys can see here how it's squeezing. Price is starting to squeeze. It's going to break out eventually. Yeah, William said, geez, all these double wick rejections. It's just faking out in both directions. So it keeps faking out in both directions, luring people in on both sides. Personally, I think price is going to push up because of the retail sentiment. Retail sentiment here is still very high on the sell side. So I think price eventually will go up. It might not happen right now, but eventually I do think it will climb up higher at some point in the future. But again, we're just going to have to wait here for the opportunity to come up. All right, so that low's been invalidated again. And we're just gonna wait. There's nothing here for us to really work with. We just gotta wait at this point. But you guys can see what I mean about the fake outs, right? Like price fakes out below here. Just use the opening price as your baseline. So fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out, fake out. Eventually price is gonna break out of this area. It's just consolidating right here and faking out both directions. But eventually it's gonna break out. It's gonna break out up or it's gonna break out down. It doesn't really matter which direction it goes because we'll be looking to take a trade in that direction. But I mean, for the most part, yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. And it's basically churning right now. So if you guys have heard me mention this before, price is churning. It's basically churning in sellers and buyers. It's looking for like where the most liquidity is sitting. And if there's more sellers or more buyers, it's going to push in that direction or push the opposite of that direction to stop them out. Because that's where the liquidity is sitting. But yeah, again, we're just gonna wait here. And it is kind of weird that it's super dark outside right now, huh? For you guys here who are in California with me. It's still dark. It's like 7 o'clock now. I mean, I guess technically we're up an hour earlier. So it makes a little sense. All right, so there's still nothing here, guys. Going over to our main chart, I don't even think there's any entries here as well. Yeah, there's nothing here either. It's the market's a mess right now. The fake outs in both directions. There's no levels. There's no nothing. Yeah, there's just nothing here. Yeah, Maddie said time change threw him off yesterday. Nick said YM still hasn't caught up to the time change. It's still 5:30 market. Yeah, no, I agree. iPhone said I don't like that big wick on the 10 minutes. Yeah, big wick on 10 minute right there on open. If that's the case, price might come down further. It's from this big candle right here. That's why this price pushed up and then it just came down super hard right here at 636. That's where that big wick came from. It's just that one candle. So who knows? Because of that big push, maybe price will continue dropping. Maybe that will be considered the supply and demand zone where price ends up swinging down. But I mean, who knows? Price might just be in a range. And if it's in a range, that's even fine with us too, because if price ranges, we'll have this whole gap right here to catch up to fill this whole gap that came down from that big candle. Right? I mean, at this point, I think price can really go in either direction. There's no one direction that I'm too keen on. I'm just looking to see where my opportunity is going to come up. It's about to hit 7 o'clock right now. So as it gets closer and closer to 7, guys, I think this is going to be a bit of the time where we might have to just wait a little bit because from the BV3 entry. So let's take a look at our spreadsheet. Yeah, if the entry doesn't come up like right now, it's gonna come up a little later, like maybe around 7:09, 7:10. You can see the times right here when the entries come up. If it doesn't hit right now, like we rarely have any entries around this time, 7 o'clock. And so we're probably gonna have to hang out for a little bit for like maybe the next 30 minutes before our entry comes up. Because you can see the other entries that came up last week. They on Friday it came up at 7:09, 7:10, 7:27, 7:40, etc. So we can hang out for a bit, guys. If we don't get the entry here, which is not looking like we're gonna get an entry here just yet, which is cool. No rush. We're just waiting for the quality entries to come up, but there's just nothing here yet. So we'll uh we'll see where this takes us. Yeah, and this is what I like about us. So this is the good thing about me pulling data from these entries and these strategies because we know what time the entries come up, right? It's not like we're here kind of wondering like, oh, when the entry's going to come up. It usually comes up around the same time. And it indicates where the volatility is. So the volatility is usually around for the first 30 minutes, kind of dies down for a little bit, and then it picks back up. So, I'm really big on data. That's why our strategies here are very straight to the point because I do a lot of testing, forward testing, back testing, etc. Um, so we can really get dialed in on like what are the key points to focus on, which right now would just be time. This high here has pretty much been invalidated because there's a new high there. So there's no more high lows or there's no double body or double wicks for the breakout V3s. Looking over here at our main chart again, there's nothing here. It's kind of just going sideways, like I said. Price is still squeezing. Price is still squeezing, and there's nothing for us to really work with here. So again, we are just going to wait for the opportunity to come up. See, looking over here at our team profits, we have Dejan over here. He looks like he took the PRB, total profit of 1,250 for the day. Nice work, Dejan. We have Maddie over here as well, total profit of 3,600 for the day. Right work, Maddie. He took the liquidity push earlier. And that's about it for right now. So now we sit tight at 7 o'clock. There's news at 7:30, but it's not really high impact news at all. It's just the New York Fed Treasury purchases, which is not, I don't think this is going to affect the market at all. But we'll keep an eye on it just in case. Oh yeah, the light just came in yesterday. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that, bro. I need to install it on mine. Yeah, it's a bright light. It's a pretty cool light. Yeah, no, thanks for that. So yeah, I saw it in the mail. I had like a bunch of packages. I was like, what are all these packages? And I just remember that you sent over the light. So yeah, thanks for that. All right, so let's see. There's no other opportunities here yet, guys. Price is starting to break out of this range, which is it's a good sign. We'll see if it fakes out. It's probably going to fake out. So looking at this here, I'll take the support off. So looking at this here, where that support is actually a level there. We'll use this as a fake out level. So price ends up faking out around this area right here. 1 minute support level. Yeah, I almost said double body. Never mind. I know it moves pretty fast. I mean, it might be a double body. Okay, there we go. So we do have the double body right there. It looks like price would have faked out. So this is why I like using different charts here. I have my clean chart here with not really too much going on. This can kind of point out, okay, where the fake out's going to happen, right? Because we have the support level marked up here. So you can see how price came back below here, and maybe it'll swing back up. So we got the fake out right there. And this can be setting up for our entry back to the upside. So I'll leave this here so I'll just leave it as this so that we can just use this as a markup to see where the fake outs may be happening. Otherwise, and never mind, we take that back. So we had the double body right there. Candle actually dropped further, so JK for that double body there. And now we're looking for another setup below. Yeah, it's just faking out lower, which is fine. It's completely fine. I mean, price might come back down and reject off the support level right here, the 1 hour support. And it looks like we're getting another double body here if this here closes green. All right, so this is a pretty deep fake out, which is it's actually not bad. I actually don't mind this because now we have price rejecting directly off the 1 hour support level right here. So this is a deeper drop or a deeper fake out. And if it pulls back up to correction, so whenever we correct, we want price to go back to opening price, right? That's always going to be the correction area, opening price. So this might be the area of correction. Price might just climb up higher from there. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, we'll see where this goes from here. And that's kind of what we're working with here at the moment. Okay, never mind. No double body right there. This thing came down at the very last second, and it's still pulling down further into the support, which again is fine. You know, the deeper the pull, the better, because the correction to the upside, we want more space here anyways. So I wouldn't mind if price comes down pretty deep into the support level and then comes back up, because then at that point we'll have this full area right here to take our trade. If we're still looking for a buy, like just keep that in mind. If we're still looking for a buy, because we don't necessarily we're not only looking for a buy, but if we are looking for a buy, we're gonna have more space here to correct back to open, right? All right, so we have a lower low here still. Might get a double wick here. Never mind, take that back. Markets is really unpredictable today. It looks like there's just a lot of fake outs. So like you'll see a lot of these double bodies and then they just get pushed down further and further. Um, the good thing here is that we're just being patient. We're being patient, we're being disciplined. We're not just hopping into trades here. Because I could already assume people are chasing the sells here, right? Like I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of people here who are chasing the sells. And if this swings back up, it's going to be a bigger, strong push for us to the upside. Because I already know myself, like if I was a beginner trader and I see price trending down like this, there's so many people to hop onto the bandwagon right here, right? And I'm sure that's happened to a lot of you guys before in the past. You guys see price dropping, you hop in. As soon as you hop in, what happens? Price reverses on you. So the good thing here is that we're being patient and disciplined. We're not chasing anything. We're just waiting for these trades to come to us. And it looks like we might get the double body here again, but again, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see how far this thing dumps down to. Yeah, the hard part about this is that there's no news today. Well, there's not like any actual news. So like CPI is tomorrow. We have CPI tomorrow, inflation rate, CPI, SA. We have core inflation rate. We have Red Book, etc. Like all the actual news is coming out tomorrow. And then continuing on Thursday, retail sales, PPI, or PPI, etc. There's not really much a catalyst. There's nothing here really telling us like, okay, this is why we should be taking sells or this is why we should be taking buys. We're kind of just working with the market right here as price continues to, as it just floats around. Let me pull up CNBC real quick. So the fundamentals now are currently bearish. I don't know if this will hold for too long because there's typically going to be some sort of recovery that might even happen like mid-market. But there's not really much else. There's a lot of Trump news. So if you guys have been following the news, some Trump news over here. Like Trump is actually, all the things that he's saying is good for market. So if you've seen over here, it says Trump suggests he would not crack down on Bitcoin or other current cryptocurrencies. So he's like, he's stirring the pot right now with this. And then same with this over here, Trump pledges to get tough with tariffs again if elected. This is good for us here too. It strengthens the US dollar. This is why the market was kind of just flying when he was president. And then same over here says Trump says TikTok ban would empower Meta. And then he slams Facebook. So he's stirring the pot right now. You guys have been following the news with the presidential election. Trump is stirring the pot, and that's good for us because we want volatility. We want the pot to be stirred because it's going to create the market to kind of move all over the place. So, but again, there's nothing here yet right now. There's still no opportunities. We don't have any opportunities because there's no double body, double wicks. And then also on top of that, we don't have any setups here at the moment. Yeah, there's just no entry that have come up. The trend here is starting to shift to a sell, which is completely fine. You know, if we start looking for a sell here, that's fine with me. I don't care. I'll take trades in either direction. So I'm cool with taking trades for a buy or for a sell, as long as my criteria lines up as it should. Liquidity down here just got hit, guys. So if anybody caught the lower level of liquidity here that I marked up, full TP, pretty much all liquidity has been hitting for the past couple of weeks. Like last week, I think every single level of liquidity got hit. And then again, right here, all four levels here got hit. There's still no double body, double wick. Again, we are still waiting for opportunity here. Yeah, Daniel said the momentum pullback scalp just hit. He just missed it though. Yeah, I think it probably came up pretty quickly, right? Yeah. So the trend shifted right here. We had this green candle retrace up. The entry level would have happened right here at the 900 mark or 9,000 mark, and it came down super quickly. So there's one momentum pullback scalp level that came up right here, guys. If anybody caught that, price came down. We had the sell signal. The trend shifted right here. This green candle retraced up. Entry would have happened right here at this 9,000 mark. And it would have just been a quick TP right there. Super quick TP for the momentum pullback scalp. Let's see, iPhone's asking for liquidity pushes. Are we supposed to wait for the candle to close? No. See, you enter it as soon as it touches. That's the whole point of liquidity, because when it touches, it triggers all the liquidity and it goes straight to your TP. So you're supposed to enter it right away. You either could set a pending order, or if you're just anticipating it, like for me personally, when I anticipate the liquidity, when I used to take them, I would just wait for price to get really close to the line. And if I knew price was coming down, like if we had a downward trend or something like that, I would just enter the trade like a second earlier, and then it would shoot straight to my TP. So yeah, for liquidity, you don't have time to wait for the candle to close. You got to take it right away. It's that's the whole point of liquidity, right? It's just once it touches, it triggers everybody's stop loss, and then it kind of pushes it to your TP. And you're only going for like 100 or 100 pips, 10 points. So it typically doesn't need very much for it to hit your TP. It'll usually spike to your TP right away. All right, so let's see. Here we go as price continues to drop. And I think at this point, price is very overextended for a sell. You can see how price has been dropping forever. So I'll just be careful here. You can see price starting to consolidate down here. I mean, it's pretty much doing what we anticipated. So we talked about this, we talked about this earlier with regard to the time of entry. So it's 7:11 right now. It's getting closer and closer to like 7:30. As we get closer to 7:30, this is where the opportunity might arise, because we do have that typical consolidation. Like you'll see the pattern here. It's like price moves and there's high volatility in a big range. Then it consolidates a little bit. Then it has some direction. Then it consolidates a little bit. And then it has more direction. Might correct back up from here. The thing that I like about this is that we have a lot of space between here and opening price. So if we do get a buy, we do have opportunity for it to at least push up enough to hit our TP. Or if we get a setup for a sell, that's fine too. If we get a setup for a sell and price comes back down, that's cool too, right? So now we have this gap right here. Like we have this whole space right here to trade in. So actually like that price is kind of pushed away for a bit, because now we have some breathing room here for whether we want to take a buy or a sell. So if we get a double body rejection down here, we got this full space to take our buy. And then if price comes up and comes back down, then we all have the space to take the sell back down. Because realistically, we only need 25 points, right? You guys know that. It's like our TP stop loss is pretty tight. So we just need this much for our breakout. Like it could happen anywhere around this area. But you just got to be patient. You just got to wait for it. So other than that, there's still nothing here else to take. I mean, there just hasn't been any momentum signals as you guys can see here. The high lows are pretty spread out too. So obviously you can see we are now in a trending market for a sell, but just look out for the retracement. It's dropped down quite a bit from this area up here. So from opening price to this point down here, it's dropped down 136 points. That's equivalent to 1,350 pips. So it's dropped down a bit, and it's probably going to have to retrace back up at least a little bit. So once it establishes a new support down there, I will mark up the support level. But right now, it's waiting out again. Yeah, just it's overly or extended. Yeah, I agree. Eddie said, I think price is trying to fill that 1 hour, 4 hour gap before that pullback. Yeah, I agree too. There's a lot of different things that can play out here. So I'm not really, I mean, there's no need to feel the need to force anything right now, guys. So just take your time and wait for this here to play through. Check this. All right, let me check my forex trades real quick. All right, my forex trade is looking good. I'm taking the sell for Euro USD up about 200 bucks. USD CAD up about 200 bucks too. Okay, perfect. Just want to make sure real quick with this movement here on US30, I want to make sure my other trades are doing well. Yeah, there's nothing here yet. So I still trade Forex, guys. A lot of you guys ask me if I still trade Forex. I do. I still trade Forex, but they're swing positions. So I trade on the daily time frame. I don't only like make adjustments, or I don't even make adjustments. I just take the trade like once a day if it's there, and then I just let it run for however long it takes. I still trade everything. Like once you're able to analyze, like you guys will see my analysis here, right? For like US30 or YM, your analysis flows to different assets. So you can pretty much, once you lock down my analysis or like the way I analyze the charts, this stuff translates to like all time frames and it translates to all assets. So I'm able to trade like anything really. It's not really too difficult to just make small adjustments. All right, so there's still no opportunities here for any entries. Again, I don't really recommend anybody chase this because it's a bit overextended and a bit unexpected as well. Unless you have some sort of analysis that you guys use for it, that's fine. If you guys have a strategy that you use to take this trade to the downside, by all means, take the trade. But if you don't and you're just taking random trades, that's where it kind of becomes a little messy. I could see a couple opportunities here where I would have taken a trade. Like for example, when price would have came down right here and the trend shifted and then you had the rejection off the pivot, that's like someplace where I would take an entry, like someplace right here. But anything down here is a little risky because there's not really much here to work with when taking certain entries. But again, if you guys have your own strategy that you're using and it falls in line with your strategy, then by all means take the entry. I just want to make sure that you guys aren't just taking random trades and stuff like that, because it feels good when you win, but when you win and you win because of luck, luck doesn't run. It doesn't run forever. So just got to keep that in mind, guys. So yeah, I mean, you guys can trade any strategy you like, but like I always mention, make sure that you're following your trading plan and you have some sort of strategy behind it. You're not just like taking, random trades in a certain direction. Because it's just gonna, if you trade like that, it just instills bad habits. Right, as you guys know, it just instills bad habits because you're going to get used to getting lucky. And then once you lose a trade, you're not going to understand why you lost it. And now your mind's all over the place. And I'm sure that's happened to a lot of you guys. It's happened to me too. Like sometimes I'll take a bunch of trades, I'll get lucky, I'll pass my challenges or whatever, like back in the day. And then when you lose a trade, it's really hard to recover from that loss because there was no strategy that was really being followed. All right, so we're going to continue looking for the opportunity here, but there's just nothing here yet. No double body, no double wick. So this right here, there's no double wick or double body. Um, we have a buy signal here. So now that we have a buy signal, we might be able to look for opportunity in the other direction. If you guys want to take this as a breakout V3 continuation, I mean, you guys can. I'm not taking this entry here because there's no confluence for me here. But yeah, there's nothing here. Let's see, Nick is asking previous candle before momentum was in a double body. Which one are you talking about, Nick? Are you talking about this one down here? There's nothing there. There's no double body or double wick. They're all on different levels. Like all these three candles. I don't see anything else here. Which one are you talking about, Nick? You said right before momentum. This is the only low here. So this is the only place where a double body or double wick could happen. There's no other high lows in this area. All right, so we have would be considered a breakout V3 continuation if you were to take that by itself. I mean, I wouldn't take it because the trend is bearish, and then also there's no V1 pattern down here. So there's nothing else here. I mean, this would have been a nice entry. If we had that double wick or double body right there, this here would be the breakout V3 and it would have went straight to TP. Unfortunately, it didn't meet the criteria, so there's no entry there. But if you took it as a V3 continuation, it would have hit your TP as well. Like I said, it's up to you guys. It's up to preference for how you guys want to trade it. But there's just there's no entry here, at least not yet. 7:20 right now. It's getting closer and closer to 8 o'clock, but we'll continue looking and continue waiting for any opportunities here that may arise. Just gotta sit tight. So guys, for today, there's a couple entries that came up. A lot of you guys here did take those entries. So we had 4 liquidity pushes over here, full TPs. We had the PRV, full TP right there. We had the momentum pullback scalp that came up right here. Otherwise, there's no other entries here that have come up so far. We're going to continue looking for any opportunities here, but at the moment, there's just nothing to take right now. This right here is not a double wick because these are on different levels. So just a heads up. I know some people are probably going to ask about that, but I'll mark up the structure right there so that you can see the double wick are not on the same level. Let's see, Kenny's asking the V3 continuation requires double body high or low too, right? So it's not necessary. We kind of talked about this over the past couple of days, past couple of weeks. Like there's a lot of different ways to apply the breakout V3 continuation. If you want to apply it the way that I'm doing it, then yes, you would have to trade in the direction of the trend. And I personally look for the double body, double wick because I want those high quality entries, especially if you're trading a negative risk reward. You want to go for the highest quality entries. So if you want to apply the strategy, like the bare basic way of applying it is just looking for the momentum in the following candle, right? Like this here would be a bare bones V3 continuation. But if you want to use the confluences that I use the double body, double wick, and I also use trend. So if I'm trading the negative risk reward, like a 10-30 split, I would typically go for, or for even something smaller, I would go in the direction of the trend. Because obviously, you have a higher probability trading with the trend versus against it. So for me personally, that's how I would trade it. But there's a couple other people in the group who don't trade with those confluences and they do perfectly fine. So it's just up to preference. But if you're going to ask me, I'm always going to give you guys a conservative way of applying it. But there's a ton of ways to apply these strategies. You can change the rules, you can switch them. Some people use the pivot, some people use the trend meter. It's just up to preference. But for me, I'm always going to go for the hardest type of entry because I want to make sure that the entry that I'm taking, if I lose that trade, I want to be comfortable with losing it. Like, okay, I took that trade, but I would be okay with losing it because it didn't meet my criteria for like what I was looking for. Yeah, exactly, Kenny. Yeah, I'm looking for the A plus setups, the A plus plus setups, basically, right? Because the A plus base would be like maybe like one confluence, but I look for like double confluences. So yeah, it's just up to preference. I'm just a super conservative trader, as you guys know. I only look for those trades that I'm like for sure I know are going to hit. Um, and I do it for a reason because it helps with my sanity. But I mean, we had a pretty good week last week. I'm not sure if you were trading with us last week, Kenny. I know you were on vacation, but last week was pretty good. Every day was like a winning day. So it was pretty solid. Whenever you have a good week like that, weeks like this tend to follow. So it's been like this for like years. If you guys have traded me like in the past, when I used to trade forex, you guys would remember that like there would be like one week out of a month that was like really, really good. And then the rest would just either be flat or they'd be bad. And that's kind of like what's happening here. We had a really good week last week. Now it's kind of flat. There's just not really much to it to work with here, unfortunately. So this here is not a double body or double wick. And again, we're just being patient, waiting for the opportunities here. This here could be a pivot scalp entry. So if anybody's looking to take, any of the older strategies, this here's a pivot scalp. This is what Kip uses. So you guys saw how Kip locked in like 80K last week, like every single day. Kip had like $80,000 days. This is like his bread and butter right here. He likes to apply the pivot scalp strategies. So yeah, there goes another win right there for Kip. Not sure if Kip's here, but that's basically what Kip is here. Yeah, that's typically what he looks for. It's like the most basic strategy that you can apply, but I feel like a lot of people don't have the patience to wait for it. And then again, right here, you can have even more confluences. You can have a pivot scalp here, and then if you see that there's a rejection off the pivot with the entry, I mean, there's even more confluence there for you to take that entry, right? So pivot scalp right there, full TP, momentum pullback scalp, pivot scalp. Uh, and again, I am just waiting for that breakout V3 to come up. Yeah, no, and I agree with you too, Nick. You have to be it takes a certain breed to trade 3 to 1s. You got to be really on point. You can't like second guess it. Like you said, you considered it. Like if you're gonna take a regular scalp, you can't consider it. You have to like be all in. You're either all in or you're all out. And if you think about it, then it's just not for you, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. For me, I'm kind of just setting the example right now for you guys, so that's why I'm not taking any of the smaller scalps. There's nothing wrong with the smaller scalps. It's just during this mentoring incubator that we're doing, I'm trying to set the example for you guys that you guys don't have to take a bunch of trades. You can take like one or two or just one trade a day and still find success at trading. So far we've been doing pretty good. I mean, if you guys have been following my spreadsheet here, we've been doing pretty good. So we started in February here. Win rate wasn't like super high, but it's still positive. And then for this month so far, it's pretty decent. And I'm only taking one trade a day. I mean, last month I was taking like 2 trades, but I was halving the risk. So they basically added up to one trade a day. So yeah, and I kind of like trading this way because I don't have to worry about much, right? I'm kind of just looking for that one entry to come up. I'm also having other trades running on the side, but for the most part, I'm looking only for one trade during these live sessions. So I'm basically going to show you guys that like you can make profits in a ton of different ways, but if you want to be a boring trader, I think being a boring trader is better for your sanity and it's also better for your account too, because you're either going to win or lose for the day, right? And if your win rate's higher than 50%, you're going to be in profit by the end of the week or by the end of the month. So yeah, for me personally, I think boring is like William just said right here, boring is cool. It's like basically free money at that point. And yeah, Maddie. Yeah, no, there's a trader that there's a guy that kind of trades similar to us. Not that he doesn't trade that similar. He doesn't really have he's kind of more of a discretionary trader. Like for me, we're just applying the breakout V3. So you guys know exactly what to look for, right? So I have a set in stone strategy that we follow. There's this trader that I kind of came across. he trades like us. He trades a breakout, but he doesn't have a specific strategy. He kind of just trades how he wants. And he blew his account, but it was like a crazy account because it was his own personal money. He had like 200,000 in that account. And this guy, it's like kind of messed up because like he's trying to, and I don't blame him for it. You know, everybody goes through this, but he's trying to basically do what we're doing. Like he's trying to teach people to just take one trade a day. But this guy revenge traded his way to like 50K. So he lost over 150K in like one day. I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But it's all documented. So, you know, props to him for being transparent. But I'm like, damn, bro, how can you teach people when you're making the biggest mistake that you're trying to teach people? It's crazy. It's just crazy. But I mean that's the whole thing about like, you know, social media traders, like Instagram traders or YouTube traders or stuff like that. I don't really care about the fame. Like you guys can have the fame. I just want to make money trading. So for me personally, I show you guys like the rawness of like how I trade and what I do. And I mean, it's up to you guys with what you guys want to do with that. Because I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. We have a double body rejection right here, guys. And this might be setting up for the breakout V3. So we have a double body rejection right here. We'll see if this pushes up. And then when it pushes up, we'll look for that buy signal. And then we'll look for that following green candle right after it. Yep, and it's a lower low. Exactly, William, which is even better. Yeah, Nick said no one really has set strats. Even if they do, they will change it a week later and not tell anyone in the group about it. Yeah, that's the thing that like kind of pissed me off the most, Nick, because this guy who was trading the strategy that he was selling, but then he admitted later that he wasn't even applying that strategy during his trading. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, you're selling a course and you're like, bro, I was like, you're selling a course and you're selling the strategy, but then he admits that, okay, he's been taking random trades. And I'm like, bro, that's why you blew your account because you're not even following a trading plan. You're kind of just getting lucky and hoping that you'll continue getting lucky. But it is what it is. That's the world of trading. Um, but yeah, I do everything pretty much raw here. You guys see my analysis, you guys see how my strategies change and stuff like that. And I still follow it as is. All right, so we have a buy signal here that's currently pending, guys. If this here closes, we're going to look for a green candle to follow, and then hopefully price pushes back up to opening price right here. So if this candle here closes green, this is going to be the entry for the breakout V3, guys. You got to wait for the candle to close, though. There's about 50 seconds left on it, so there's a lot of time. You guys got to sit tight for a little bit, wait for like maybe the last 10 seconds, and then think about making entry because you want to get in too early. We've seen this happen too many times. People just try to get in too early, and there ends up being no entry there. So we got 30 seconds left here. 30 seconds left. Just got to wait for it. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. It's like no movement on these candles here. 5 seconds. No entry. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. All right, guys. So no entry there, unfortunately. Now we gotta wait. Super annoying, but now we gotta wait. All right, take that off. And we wait again. But again, guys, like there's no need to force any trades, right? If there's no entry that comes up by 8 o'clock or close to 8 o'clock, I'm not going to take any trades. I'd rather have a no trade day than a forced trade day. You guys got to keep that in mind. So on to the next one. And we will wait for that next opportunity here. It's 7:32, so we still have a lot of time. We still got a lot of time here, guys. Don't worry too much because this thing just might range back and forth. Let's go to our clean chart. So I think our clean chart here will help a lot. Gonna take a lot of this older stuff off the structure. Or I could leave that there, I guess. And let's see if we have more structure here. Okay, so we have like 2 structures here that came up actually. All right, so price looks like it's pretty much in this range right here, which is it's nothing new. Man, that would have been a good entry too if it came up. Let's see. Yep, that would have been pretty nice breakout V3 if it came up, but it's all good. There's no entry there, so couldn't take it. We have another double body right there. We got some space here, so if it comes back down to retest this low, then that's fine too. All right, we have the double body. We're now looking for a sell signal. Once we get that sell signal, we'll be looking for the next opportunity to follow. Yeah, Maddie said fake out up. Might try to lure in some buyers and drop back down. Yeah, I agree. And this would be fine too. If price just keeps rejecting off the structure here and then it finally comes back down, something like this right here, right? Price kind of just lingers and then it comes back down. Work out pretty well. But it is in a big range. So here's the range right here. Here goes the news price from earlier today. So it looks like that buy signal was off the news anyways. Let's check the news real quick. The news from today was, it's pretty much neutral. I don't think it changed at all. Yeah, so the news didn't even release anything. So I guess it was just the rate didn't change at all. Yeah, Maddie said the big range here. There's a big range here though. Have enough space for a sell and have enough space for a buy. Yeah, we got space in either direction. So whatever comes up, comes up. See, we got some more team profits over here. We have Narith with a total profit of 1,000 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 accounts, so 10,000 for the day. Nice work, Narith. We have Craig said everybody pre-market trading. No market's open. He's still an hour off. He's in the UK though, so okay, makes sense. He doesn't realize that it's that I think, well, there's a lot of people in here, so I'm pretty sure majority of people realize that it's daylight savings. But yeah, he's still an hour off. He's probably tripping out, like, damn, how is everybody trading? Or how's everybody making all this profit when it's like technically 6 or it was 5 for him earlier. All right, we have some more profits over here from Shannon, total profit of 1,161. And we have Casey over here with a total profit of 3,000 for the day. Nice work, guys. Solid profits right there. Let's see, Jeff's asking, this is a valid double body or double wick. This right here on this high is a double body. So guys, just keep in mind, like I feel like a lot of people forget about this. The double body and double wicks have to happen off a high low. It's not a random candle. Like it can't happen on every candle, right? That's not how it works. It has to happen off the higher the lows. So it has to be a high or it has to be a low. It can't just be a random double body or double wick. Kind of similar to like what Nick was asking about earlier. Like Nick just got confused about it. I was kind of confused why Nick was confused because I was like, I thought he saw something I didn't see, but he just kind of forgot that it had to be off a high low. So that's basically where the opportunity would come up. Now it's all good, Nick, because I was kind of confused what you were talking about. Because I've never seen you like kind of call it out like that. So it kind of threw me off a little bit. I thought I was just my chart was kind of messed up or something, but it's all good. All right, so we have a pending sell signal here. All right, if this candle closes red, this is going to be the breakout V3 for sell. We got a long time on this candle. We have 53 seconds, so we have a lot of time. I'm gonna wait until like maybe the last 10 seconds or so. before. Nice. Mint actually caught that V1 over there for the ATR. So we caught it for about 17 points. Nice work, Vince. All right, we got 30 seconds left on this candle again. Just gotta wait for the candle to close. Not gonna get in early, not gonna get in late. Just gonna wait for the candle to close. And then once it does, we're looking for entry here. All right, candle's gonna close in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm in the position.
Order filled. Order filled.
All right, so I'm in it right there. Let me make sure my TP stop loss is proper.
Order submitted.
36. Let's see. So it looks like I got in for like 1 point better than what I normally would. Let's see. Watching it there. Looks like it's going to come down and test that low. I'm going to retest it, I guess. It's got like 10 seconds left on it.
Order
Order
filled.
filled.
All right.
Order filled.
Order filled.
We go. I'll try to fucking close it. I try to close it on my Ninja Trader. It's like, bro, your shit's closed already. Like I try to close it manually because it closes like certain accounts, and I hit close. It's like error. You're already out of the position. So nice work, guys. Full TP. Breakout V3 kicking off this week, right? So there we go, man. It did perfect. It did exactly what I said was gonna happen, right? Literally came down, retested the low, and full TP. So great work, guys. Let me go and just mark this up real quick. That was perfect. So this is the power of being patient and disciplined, right? This is what I've been telling you guys like pretty much all day. All you have to do is just wait, be patient. The entry is going to come up. It's a matter of time until it does. And it came up. So great work, guys. Looks like a lot of you guys here locked in some massive profits. Got some nice profits on my funded account, my personal account. Nice. Wait, what? I'm kind of confused. All my accounts are way different. Did I do something wrong here? Wait a second. Wait, how do I close all my positions?
Order filled.
Okay, so some of
Order filled.
there was an issue with my copier. I think it was because of what I did earlier, what I said. I accidentally hit close and it kind of fucked up my positions a little bit because not all of them closed out where they were supposed to. I mean, they're all made profit, but they didn't close out where they were supposed to. There was still a couple of positions that were still running. So in the future, I think I'm not even going to touch it. That was probably my bad. Fuck, that was my bad. Okay, it's okay. I'll show you guys my profits. You'll see it looks kind of crazy because I had like maybe 10 positions that were still running. Because I accidentally hit close trade and I'm so retarded, so dumb. I don't know why I did that. Okay, I'm not gonna touch it anymore in the future, but you guys will see. So let me just post this trade up over here real quick. So in the future, guys, and like I said, this is all a learning experience for all of us here because I've only been using NinjaTrader for like about a week or a couple of weeks. But don't touch anything. As a note to self, don't try to get out of the trade early because it's going to mess with your copier, especially if it's at TP. So, I mean, it's a good thing I checked on it because if I didn't, the trade would probably still be running right now. Okay, that was a stupid mistake on my end, but it is what it is. I just got to own up to it. I mean, it's fine. It's not like I didn't take any losses, but I didn't get full profit on all of them. So here are my accounts right here, guys. You guys can see my profits are pretty crazy right now. They're like all over the place. Yeah, you guys can see the ones that say 450. Those are the ones I didn't close out because I kind of screwed with it. These hit full TP, and the rest kind of screwed up because I hit closed all trades when I shouldn't have. And it messed up the copier because I'm supposed to let it hit TP and then it just closes by itself. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I gotta accept the stupid mistake I made. But yeah, here are my profits so far. So I was technically supposed to make about like 1,250. I got some slippage in my favor right here. Some of these are supposed to make 1,500. This is my personal account right here. I have a personal account now with NinjaTrader. So I'm add that to my copier. I have my personal account. These are all my accounts here. These are my funded accounts. And yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Kind of bummed out because I was hoping I get like a huge, like all 1,500. Because for my other accounts, I just need a couple more wins and I get funded on those. I'm currently at 156,000. So I need about, my trailing drawdown's fine. It's at 4,000, or it's basically up to like almost 5,000, Nick. So yeah, my trailing drawdown's fine. It still closed me out in profit. But yeah, I just need to get full profit. So great work right there, guys. Full TP on the breakout V3. The power of just waiting for the entry to come up. That's what we did. Waited for it, went straight to TP on the following candle, and we got in and out within a minute. Looking over here at our team profits, we have Maddie over here with a total profit of 8,640 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. All wins. We have Jonathan here, total profit of 2,000 for the day. All wins as well. Nice work, Jonathan. We have Cam here, total profit of about 5,000 for the day. All wins, Cam. Nice work. We have Vimal, total profit of 550 for the day. Nice work, Vimal. We have Maddie here, other Maddie, total profit of 2,000 for the day. Nice work, Maddie. We have Narith, total profit of 2,000 per account. He has 10 accounts here, so well over 20,000 for the day. Nice work, Narith. We have Eunice here, total profit of 1,428, all wins. Nice work, Eunice. We got William here, total profit of 1,039 for the day. Nice work, William. Nice, right? It said top 6 accounts all funded, past 3 more evaluations. So nice work, right? Everyone here is getting funded. It seems like every day someone's getting funded, so that's always good to see. We have Vince here, total profit of 1,169 on his Apex and a total profit of 750 on his FTMO. Nice work, Vince. And we have Jeff over here with a total profit of 4,000 for the day. Right work, Jeff. So let me add up my profits real quick. I mean, there's no other trades here to take anyway, so you guys are not missing out on anything. So I'm gonna add my profits up real quick to see where I'm currently at. Oh, fuck, this is gonna take forever. So now I gotta do these manually. Okay, so 260 plus 1410 plus 450 plus 450 plus 450 plus 450, 1350, 450, 450, 450 plus 450 plus 450 plus 450 plus 1350. Okay. 450 plus 450 plus 450 plus 1350. Okay. 450, 450, 450, 130 plus 410. Okay. So my total profits for the day and week so far is currently 13,000. I guess I can't complain about that. I'm okay with that. It's kind of, well, it should be a lot more. I should be at like 30K right now, but it's all good. Take what I can. So for the day so far, I mean, I can't complain. Realistically, I can't complain. I made profit on it for the day and same for the week. So this is what I got for the day and this is what I got for the week so far. So I'm up 13,560 across all my accounts right here. 2 of my accounts, well, this is my personal account. So this is like, I'm making actual money on this, like my own personal account. And then I have 2 funded accounts. So I'm up about like 2,000 or 3,000 on those. And the rest are on their way to getting funded. So I'm currently at 156,000 on about like 10 accounts. So let's do the math real quick. So 159, 3,000. So I need 2 more trades basically. I need 2 more winning breakout V3s, and then I'll be funded on like 10 more accounts because I kind of staggered them out a little bit. So hopefully we have 2 more back-to-back wins this week. Hopefully tomorrow, the next 0 wins. and then I'll be funded on another 2 more accounts. And then from there, I'll have, I think, 12 funded accounts of 150K. And then the other ones are little stragglers. They're kind of down at like 153. So I just need, if this whole week is all wins, hopefully, if that's the case, then I'll be funded on all my accounts, hopefully, by then. But yeah, guys, I mean, that's great profit so far. So guys, it's about to be 8 o'clock. There's not really many entries to take right now. Price is pretty much going sideways. And there's just nothing else for us to take here. So if there's any questions that you guys have, feel free to put your questions in the chat, and we'll answer them before we get off this live session. Yeah, right. Lamal said, this is the first time I see you add weirdly number addition, right? Yeah, it's just because the numbers are all different, so I couldn't just multiply it. But I mean, it's all good. Yeah, Jeff said, if I'm not wrong, there's an exit function for the rest of the accounts 5 seconds after the leader. Yeah, I think I need to figure that out, Jeff. I know there's a function for that, but I haven't used it before, so I don't really have it. But I think in the future, I'm just going to have all my copier accounts like ready, like on my screen. So if I ever run into this issue again in the future, I'll just manually exit out. So, I mean, it's all good. We live and we learn, right? This is the first time I ran into this problem, so I didn't realize that this would be an issue, but it's all good. I gotta deal with it. And now I know. Yeah, so I use flat and all on the Repl console. Nick. Yeah, that's what I used. So I didn't know how to close out because I closed out my chart already. I just ended up using flat and all to pull it all off. Yeah, Ernest, you're here today, man. We see you sometimes. You're like driving and trading, but you're here. So yeah, it's good to see you back here. Albert's asking, is your master account on the Apex? Yes, that's correct. So my master account that does all the executions, I'm using my funded Apex account, and then I just use a pre-allocation. So I have a contract side that's already allocated to every account. So on my evals, I'm doing 15 contracts. On my funded accounts, I'm doing 10 contracts. And on my personal account, I'm just like slowly easing in. I started with 1 contract, now I'm at 2, so that's how I locked in 250. If you guys remember my profits from last week, on my personal account, I made like 150 per trade. Now I went up to 2 contracts, and now I'm making like 250 per trade. I'm gonna go up to like 4 contracts, so I'll make 500 per trade. So I'll make 500 bucks on my personal account every time I win, and then slowly increase from there. But yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty solid. I was testing it out because you guys know how I'm working towards the hedge fund and managing accounts. Basically, in the future, when I start to manage accounts and stuff like that, you'll just be added to my copier. So you'll be added to my copier. You'll have your account there. I'll take whatever contract size you want, and then you'll see the profits every day because I'll be basically managing your account when that service comes out. So just keep that in mind. The service isn't ready yet, but when it's ready, that's what it'll look like. We got some profits here from Oscar. Nice work, Oscar. Oscar locked in a total profit of 2,461 on his Apex funded account. Nice work, Oscar. Solid work right there. I'll add that over here to the team profits. Oscar's profits. Yeah, it's your boy Cameron. Oscar's killing it. Let's see what else we have over here. We have some more profits here from Maria. Maria locked in a total profit of 1,200 for the day. Nice work, Maria. We have Nick here, total profit of 6,807 across both of his FTMOs and his Apex over here. Nice work, Nick. We have Kaner here, total profit of 800 per account. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accounts, so well over 6,000 for the day. Nice work, Kaner. We have Kevin here, total profit of about 2,000 for the day. All wins on the breakout B3. Nice work, Kevin. So we got some more profits here from Josh. Josh locked on a total profit of 1,070 on his Apex. All wins for the month so far for March. Nice work, Joshua. Yeah, you guys are killing it. Everybody here is doing great. I think everybody who's partaking in the mentoring group, you guys are just killing it. So that's good. That was a whole plan for us here, right? That's the main reason I created that mentoring group. So I'm happy to see a lot of you guys here profiting. Other than that, I think that is that might be about it. So guys, if there's any questions, feel free to put your questions in the chat. Otherwise, yeah, you guys are killing it over here. Josh over here, all wins for the month of March. Kevin over here, he only has one loss for the month of March. Doing well. We have Vince here. Vince takes a little more trades, but his win rate is still pretty high. He's currently at 73.3%. And then we have Maria over here with only one loss for the month of March. She's killing it too. All you guys are doing really well. So a lot of you guys here who are in the mentoring group, congrats to you guys. Everything is going exactly as planned. So if you guys remember, I started this mentoring group with you guys. February is the month to make mistakes. March is the month to really fine tune. And then April is really where everyone's going to start to excel. Everyone's starting to excel now. So everybody's killing it. And it's been great. And we have some more profits over here from Arya. Arya locked in a total profit of 1,920, or sorry, 1,902 for the day across 3 accounts. So well over, we'll say about like 4,000 for the day. Nice work, Arya. And we have Ross over here, 20 funded accounts, total profit of 5,000. That's crazy, Ross. Ross is killing it today. So Ross made 5,000 times 20. Ross made 100K in one day. That's freaking nuts. That's crazy. Great work, Ross. I know we've talked about this before. I know, like me and Ross, now you can get your car, Ross. Now you can get that car you always wanted. 100K, man. Killed it. So amazing work right there, Ross. Yeah, keep it up, guys. I mean, everybody here is killing it. It's crazy. Like, I was gonna wear my Apex sweater. I got my Apex sweater in the mail yesterday. You know what's crazy, guys? That like, there's been like over 20 people in the group, over 25 people who've gotten gifts from Apex for February. And you only get a gift if you're the top 100 traders in like the entire Apex. So we've been pretty much running Apex right now, with people getting funded, people getting a ton of payouts, people just killing it every day. So the community is great. And yeah, I'm getting closer and closer to closing the window, guys. So if you guys have any friends or family that want to sign up, or if you guys are, if you know anybody who's in the group that doesn't have access to the Zoom, I'm getting closer and closer to wanting to close this group because I don't really want to share this with the random public. We have Madhu over here with a total profit of 1,000 as well. Nice work, Madhu. So yeah, if you guys have any friends or family that wants to trade with us and stuff like that, make sure that they hop on as soon as possible because it's what we have here is just it's so powerful. Like this strategy of the BB3, I don't want to share this with too many people because I'm okay with sharing it with like about 100 people here, right? 100 people here, we all make profit, we're all happy. But if we start to have too many people applying it, it's not going to be as effective. And I'll still make it work. I'll find ways to make it work. I'll make adjustments to the strategy, but it's just more work on our end rather than just applying the BB3 by itself. So let's see. Brian said how to remove the Sim1 account. Yeah, I got to figure out how to do that too, Jeff, because I don't know. I tried to remove it, but I couldn't. But I'll have to figure out a way to do that as well. If I find out, I'll let you know. But all right, guys, I think that's it for today. So guys, if there's any other questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session. Same place, same time as we continue on with this trading week. Just a reminder, guys, tomorrow there's a lot of news, so just keep in mind you're going to see some crazy movement pre-market, and hopefully it'll smoothen out by the time we get on to our live session. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, reach